What's up, fans and freaks? I am Dat Hippie, and I'm coming with you guys for another top 10 video opinion list sort of things. So, about a month back, my buddy Rory, Ginger Geekist, did his top 10 favorite anime list thing. And ever since he did that, him and a bunch of my other buddies and some people on the internet have been wanting me to do my top 10 favorite animes. And I've already told you all my favorite anime, but I haven't told you in order from 10 to 1. So I decided to do a list. It's right here. If any of you remember this trusty guy, you are officially Dat Hippie channel veterans, because this thing hasn't been in a video for like half a year. This is my old notebook pad. I finally got a new legal pad to pop in it and use. So before we start off, I just want to say I have no honorable mentions. If it's not on this list, it typically means I didn't necessarily like the anime. Alright, and I know this is going to give me a lot of flames, but let's do this. Pokemon isn't on here. I don't like the Pokemon anime. I never really did. I don't like it. I like some of the video games, but none of the anime. I think Ash Ketchum is an overrated piece of shit. Got it out of the way. Let's begin. Number 10, Sword Art Online. The only reason why Sword Art Online is even on this list is for about the first half of SAO 1. Where they're actually in Sword Art Online, where they're on Aincrad. Because I like what SAO could have been. Because I read the little manga, like, graphic novel things that they had out. And it was a cool concept and a neat idea, and I wanted to see it in anime form. And it just fucking belly flopped. It was bad. From female protagonists who are badasses, randomly becoming damsels in distresses, to Kirito's insane leap of power with no explanation. I mean, I've played a shit ton of MMOs. I know for a fact you cannot get that strong solo playing without level grinding in low level areas for a fucking lifetime. Alright? It takes a lot of work, because I enjoy solo play more than guild play, but it's hard. Ugh. Just, ugh. Moving on. Next up, number 9 is Bleach. And the reason why I like Bleach is because of the concept of Zanpakuto. It's always been really cool ever since I first saw the first couple episodes of Bleach. The idea behind a piece of your soul that's so integral to yourself that it becomes your weapon. And it is like that part of you that exists but you don't realize it does. Like Ichigo, Zangetsu's one goal, his one desire, the thing that made Zangetsu was a desire to protect Ichigo. But Ichigo never knows that, never acknowledges that. He ignores that because Ichigo's desire is always to protect his friends. And so Ichigo will constantly throw himself in the way of harm and take deadly shots that he really shouldn't. But Zanpakuto have always been really awesome. But Bleach is a really hard anime to follow. It really is. It's like... And if you followed that, congratulations, because I couldn't even do it, and I was the one in control of my hand. So, alright, moving on. Number 8 is Fullmetal Alchemist. The original Fullmetal Alchemist anime. Not Brotherhood. And for reasons unknown. This one was a bit darker, a bit grittier, but it varied from the manga that was being written at the same time. So it had a different kind of take on the whole story. And in this, the reason why I like this one so much is I liked Scar and Mustang from the original. Not necessarily their counterparts in Brotherhood. I mean, I understand and I liked them, but not as much as I did in FMA. In the original FMA, I did wish Scar had more screen time. I just really like Scar. Scar is probably my favorite character from FMA. Number 7 coming up is the Wolverine anime they had. I think it was on G4 for a while, but it was an animated Wolverine. It was an animated Wolverine adventure in the style of Japanese anime. So it's not an actual anime, but it was done in that style, so I classify it. It was done in anime style. Everything was extremely story-driven with a lot of action. It was really cool, and if you haven't seen it, I would suggest watching it. I believe it's on Netflix right now. Or maybe it's Hulu Plus, I don't remember. but it's somewhere on the internet. Go and watch it. It was a good show, and they had decent solid voice acting. So, yeah, and it gives a different look at the whole Mariko situation and the Silver Samurai and shit like that. So if you didn't like the Wolverine movie that had Hugh Jackman in it, go watch that. It's a different take. It's a little bit closer to comic book origins, and Logan runs around in a red leather jacket. So I mean, it's fucking cool looking. Anyway, moving on. Number 6. Digimon, specifically seasons 1 through 3, because after that it started getting fucking weird. Alright, but the reason why I like Digimon so much is because the whole point of it is to hone friendship between you and your creature. Because the reason why I didn't like Pokemon is because the anime talked about being friends with your Pokemon, but you're forcing them into tiny balls against their will, and then forcing them to fight other Pokemon. That's called slavery. That's what it's called. But Digimon always pushed home, you gotta be friends with them. Even in the video games did a really good job of this. How do you gain new Digimon followers? You give them gifts and pray that they join your team. Because it's all up to them if they join your team or not. That's just how it was. And in the anime adaptation of that, they really honed in becoming friends with your Digimon. And through friendship, your Digimon grew stronger, and that was really cool. But yeah, number 5 is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And the reason why I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and the reason why it's higher up on the list, is because its storyline was much better. It was a clearer story arc, more defined. I like the voice acting in this one was more solid. Ed wasn't so much of a whiny punk. It had some humor, it had some action, it had some deep, thoughtful moments, and those opening frickin' songs. Again by Yui, I have that on like 3 different playlists on that are private for music that I listen to in my spare time on YouTube. Yeah. I really like that song. Next up, number 4 is Dead Man Wonderland. They're in an amusement park prison where they're forced to kill each other. Enough said. Moving on. Blue Exorcist. I really liked this one. I didn't think I would like it when I first got in there to watch it because it's really religious and it's really built around Catholicism. And usually I don't like that kind of stuff. I'm just like, meh, religion. Bleh. Get it away from me. You all watched my religion video, and if you haven't, you probably should go do that. Otherwise, a lot of the things I say will piss you off. But, so, it's really based around Catholicism and the fact that Satan is unable to reach our world. Well, he had a kid. That kid is capable of using Satan's blue fire, his uncontrollable flame, but it's bound to a sword. Well, this kid goes and becomes an exorcist to fight demons because demons murdered his adopted father, who was an exorcist. And so he goes off, he does this, and he fights to kill Satan. And then him and his twin brother, who also happens to have the blue fire of Satan out of nowhere, destroy the giant portal to hell and trap their father in hell forever. And everyone was happily ever after. Boom! Blue Exorcist. It was cool as fuck! There were actually meaningful character relationships between Rin, the main character's name, and all of his friends at this school for exorcists, even after they found out his secret, and they wanted to stand by his side. So that was really cool. Again, that whole theme of friendship, even in a really dark and depressing anime. So, I mean, it was cool as shit. Coming up next, number 2 is Noragami. Noragami takes place around modern-day Japan, and it follows the path of a forgotten god by the name of Yato. And it's all about Yato trying to get enough money to build a shrine by doing favors for 5 yen. Just like in ancient Japanese customs. You would give a 5 yen piece to a god and pray, and that god would give you assistance if it accepted your token. And so that's what Yato does, and it's kind of quirky, kind of funny, but really action-packed, and it gets dark near the end. Yeah, and it ends on such an adorable note. It's something you'd have to watch and experience yourself, but it's a good anime. And I would highly suggest anyone who enjoys watching anime that is action-packed but still makes you feel good to go watch Noragami, because it's good. It really is. And of course, coming down to number 1, I've already told you all this before, it's Naruto. Both the original and Shippuden. I don't really like the Boruto stories, but that's just because Naruto's a dick in that. He really is. He's a dick. And I don't like that. I like the Naruto that's a powerful goofball, but like he gets smart. And I watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden in Japanese, so I ended the story like a year and a half before America did. So I knew everything that was going to happen, and I knew Naruto was going to make it to Hokage before everyone else because I watched it all in Japanese. And I read the subtitles they give you. Oh my god! But yeah, so I watched that, and I loved it. And it's so much good. And anyone who says they don't want to watch Naruto because Naruto's an idiot, that's because you're watching the English translation. Go watch the Japanese one. He grows up much faster in that one. But he gets it. He really does. He starts getting it much faster in the Japanese version. And it's a little bit more brutal in the language in the Japanese version. So, if you're hesitant to watch Naruto because you think he's a goofball, go watch it in Japanese. It's much better. Just do it. Watch Naruto and Naruto Shippuden in Japanese. Go, and if you can watch the movies in Japanese because there's less translation errors. Because that's what pisses me off a lot. Especially when I go and I watch one of the Naruto movies on TV and it's in English because I live in America. But I've watched it previously in Japanese and read the subtitles, so I know what they're supposed to say, and they say something completely different because translation sucks. Yeah, but if you're going to watch any of the Naruto, or if you're hesitant to watch Naruto, watch it in Japanese. I highly suggest watching it in Japanese if you want to watch it at all. Or if you're interested, watch it in Japanese because Naruto grows up much faster, he gets smarter faster, but he still maintains his goofball attitude. So, there you go, guys. My top 10 favorite animes. I had already told everyone my favorite anime before, but I guess that's not good enough for the internet, so fuck me, right? But anyway, you all know the drill. If you enjoyed, please go down to my channel. You can find more videos like this one or others where I do random shit like play games or talk about religion or rant about how Pokemon Go is a broken app. You can find those there. I mean, go on. But, as always, stay cool, stay in school, stay away from them drugs. I'll see y'all later. That hippie is out.